the topic of percentage. What is percentage? What are the questions which can be formed in the percentage, and what is the basic concept, and how to get the proper command on this. Okay, the sign of percentage is this, right? This is denoted as percentage, right? This is percentage, right? So we'll see the different questions on percentage and how percentage is calculated. What is the basic understanding how to take these questions of percentage. Okay, let me start it up with the let me start it up with the basic questions first. Okay, students, uh, hope you have must went to a pizza shop and seen a pizza like this. Okay, so in a pizza generally there are four sections. Okay, and if you are sitting together into the shop with your friends, and you are four friends and eating each a piece of pizza, right? Then we can say, suppose this is the portion which you get in your part, right? Then in the fraction we are saying, since equal sections have been divided, this pizza is divided into four equal sections, and this portion is said as 1 by 4, right? 1 by 4 is basically how much? If you convert into percentage, it will be 25%. So we can say that during the conversion of any percentage, okay, sorry, during the conversion of a percentage, it is hundredths, it is in hundredths, right? What is hundreds? We have already learned earlier, that is 1 by 100, right? What is 1 by 100? That means this much. So if percentage is mentioned, right, then it need to be calculated in hundreds, right? So let's say it's 1 by 4, right? So the section of the pizza which is available with you is 1 by 4. That means how it is converted into percentage. So 1 by 4 can be written as 1 by 4 into 100%. Why? This 100% what we have written is basically 100, and this percentage sign is denoted as, this percentage sign is denoted as 1 by 100, right? And here you can see this 100 and 100 cancelled out, and we are left with 1 only, and 1 multiplied by 1 by 4 is equal to 1 by 4 only, right? So here any percentage can be calculated as, suppose 1 by 4 portion of pizza is given to you which comes into your part. Definitely you want more to eat it, okay, but we should avoid the junk food, but yes, let's say in few moments you are having it, right? You can enjoy. So 1 by 4 into, to convert this 1 by 4 into percentage, 1 by 4 into 100% it can be written, because this 100 and percentage both are cancelled out and we are having one only, right? So here you can see, just if you calculate it, 4 will divide 100 in 25 times, and this will give you 25%, right? That means this percentage is calculated. How this calculation is done, I hope you understand, right? This is a simple calculation for any portion, for any portion of any, for any number which need to be converted into percentage. Just multiply it with 100 and just bring this sign. This is the sign of percentage, right? Now quickly taking few questions. Okay, suppose the question is, the first question which we are taking for today is that, let us say A's income, two two portions, A and B, right? Okay, and A's income is 60% more than B, right? A's income is 60% more than more than B, right? So two persons are there. One is A and one is B, and it's given that A's income is 60% more than B. By what percentage B income less than A, right? So the question is that, by what percent B income less than A? By what percent B income less than A? This is your question, right? So here you can see two persons are there, A and B, and it's given that A's income is 60% more than B. So we can do one thing. Let us assume, this is the solution. Let us assume income of A, income of A. So in this question, in such question, just make sure that it's given that A's income is 60% more than B. So income of A is not the reference. Reference is income of B. Suppose B is earning something and A is portion of that. So that means we need to assume here income of B only. So let us assume the income of B is equal to X, rupees X, right? This is the income of B. This is the income of B, right? If this is the income of B, then what is the income of A? Definitely you can see the question. A's income is 60% more than B. That means A's income is X plus 60%, that sign, 60% of X, isn't it? Now here what we will do, this X, right, plus 60%, that means 60 into, as I said, what is percentage? Percentage is 1 by 100. This one, make a note of it, into 1 by 100 into X. So this is the second term. So A's income is high force. Good morning. So X plus 60% of X, right? So this will give you, when X is taken as common, this will give you 0 0 cancel, 6 by 10, that is, and X is taken as common, 1 is left and 0.6. So this will give you 1.6x. That means A's income is 1.6x. Definitely. Why? Because A's income is 60% more than B, right? Now we have A's income 1.6x, and we have already B's income, that is X. You can see over here, right? And A's income is, and this is the A's income. Now, the question is that by what percent B income less than A? By what percent B income less than A? So, that required percentage can be calculated by B's income less than A. So, what will be the delta? Delta. Delta. What is delta? I will give you the concept of delta. Delta, that means change. Change divided by the initial value. Initial value into 100%. This is the requirement, right? Now, what is the change? The question is that by what percent B income less than A? Read the question again. So B income is less than A by the change, right? That means delta. B income less than A. So what you will write, the change will be A's income minus B's income. So this will give you the delta, right? And it is asked that by what percent B's income less than A. So than A, that means it need to be compared with the salary or the income of A only. So into the denominator, now tell me the question to you. What will come? Either A is A's income or B's income. To understand this, just think once and read the question again if you are getting confused. Don't get confused. You are 100% right. It the question when you read it, that by what percent B is income less than A. So comparison need to be done with respect to A only. So A is the mastermind, A is the main person, right? So into the denominator, whose salary will come? Definitely reference need to be made with A's income. So we will write A's income, right? So basically this change divided by reference, this initial is basically nothing but A. Now into 100%. We have almost solved our question. Let us see how. Now shifting a little. So A's income you have already calculated 1.6x. Just write the value over here. 1.6x. This is the A income minus what is B's income. B's income we have considered A x, so that will be x divided by, in the denominator, A's income, because by what percent B's income less than A, this need to be compared with A. So A's income is 1.6x. A's income is 1.6x, isn't it? So students, make sure, don't think that what will be the value in percentage. This is always, or the delta or the change, this is always considered with reference to with some reference, and into the denominator also we are having something. So don't try to find out the exact value. Here it's asked the percentage of B income less than A. So here you can see x. So into the numerator, x can be taken out and we are left with 1.6 minus 1, isn't it? Divided by this 1.66. So I'm just changing the pen every time so that due to the change in color you can easily see it. 1.6x into 100%. Now you can see the beauty here. This x and this x will be cancelled out, right? When this x and this x will be cancelled out, then we have some figures with us. What's that figure? Here you can see 1.6 minus 1. This will give you 0.6. 0.6, isn't it? Is 0.6 divided by 1.6, 1.6, right, into 100%. So here you can see this decimal will be eliminated, right? And we have 6 by 16 into 100%. This is the value that by what percent B income less than A. So B income less than A by 6 by 16 into 100%, right? 6 by 16 into 100%, right? So you can simply calculate it. You can simply calculate it and you have your answer with you, right? Now, let us take another question. The question is that express in the as a fraction, right? So express as a fraction. So when any number is given to you in the percentage, you can simply find out it as a fraction. How? You can see. Here it has been asked 9 by 25 equal to what percentage? You can see 9 by 25 can be written as 9 by 25 into 100%, as you explained you earlier, because this 100 is 100 and this percentage is 1 by 100. So this can be further calculated as 25 will deduct this 100 4 times. So this will give you 9 into 4, that is 36. So 36% is the value of 9 by 25. I hope this is clear. Now we will be taking further questions. The another question is that we are taking to understand it. The price of petrol goes up by 10%. Okay, let me write it over here. The price of petrol goes up by 10%, right? Now, what is the consumption which need to be reduced? The question is that if the price of petrol goes up by 10%, right? Then by how much percent must a biker or a person having his bike reduce the consumption of petrol so that the expenditure remains the same? So students, in this case, let us assume what is given to you initially and what is the stage which you need in the final. Definitely there will be two format of that. So let us assume the price of petrol per liter is rupees x per liter initially, right? Now here you can say the price of petrol is increased by 10%. Now the final price will be something different. The final price will be not only x, but it will be rupees x plus 10% of x, right? So this will give you x plus 10 by 100 x, which will give you 10 by 100 is 1.1 is 0.1, and 1 plus 0.1 will be 1.1. So 1 point x is the final price of petrol. So student, you can see the price of petrol per liter initially was rupees x, which is further increased to rupees 1.x, 1.1x. Now, how much the consumption to be reduced? Consumption, consumption of what? Consumption of fuel to be reduced, because we have that much money with us only, right? We have no more money. Suppose whatever the pocket allowance which is given to you by your parents, then that amount is fixed. Then you need to adjust within that money. So this is the question: the consumption of fuel to be reduced by how much, right? Here you can see the price of petrol is increased by 10%. So that's why the initial cost, let's say, was rupees x per liter. Now the final cost will be rupees 1.1 x per liter. This is per liter cost, right? Now consumption of the fuel to be reduced by, suppose you were having, we were using y liter earlier, right? Y liter of fuel is used earlier, right? Now in the finally after the increase in the cost, after the increase in the cost, the fuel consumption that you need to find, right? This much of liter, right? Now if initial consumption is y liter, right, then the total cost is x into y. This is the cost per liter and this is the liter of consumption, so x into y, right? Now in the final stage, when the rate is increased, the new cost will be 1.1 x, right, multiplied by what? The extra consumption. The extra consumption, that means the consumption. This need to be calculated. This we are not knowing, right? But the expenditure remained same. So we can say the initial cost was x into y and the final cost was 1.1x into that figure, right? This one. So we can say that we have same money with us only. So x into y can be equated with this cost, the final cost, that is 1.1x. This is the cost per liter after 10% of increase, right? Into new volume or this fuel. New, I'm writing new so that you can easily understand. This is the new fuel volume. This need to be calculated. X into y will be equal to 1.1x into the new volume of fuel. This is the new volume. Now just equate it. You will get the answer. How? See. Here you can see x into y by 1.1x, right, will give you the value of fuel new volume. That means after the increase in cost, only this much of petrol you are consuming. You need to consume just to make your expenses balanced as earlier, right? So here you can see x and x will be cancelled out and the new fuel volume will be y by 1.1 is the new fuel volume, right? Y by 1.1. So now we have almost solved our question. Y by 1.1 is the new fuel volume which you need to consume just to make your cost balanced. Now the question was that why, by how much percent must the biker or the by having the vehicle reduce the consumption of petrol? So this will be the percentage change is asking what we have discussed. What is the percentage change? That is final volume minus initial volume of fuel divided by what? Tell me. Divided by the initial volume, right? And all this is multiplied with 100%, right? Now the final volume, the percentage change is final volume. The final volume is the new volume, that is y by 1.1. So just write it, y by 1.1 minus the initial volume. Initial volume was y only, you can see, minus y divided by the initial volume, again y, into 100%, right? So this will give you this will give you can see first of all y, y all cancelled out, and we are left with 1 by 1.1 minus 1 divided by 1 into 100%, right? So this will give you, when you just replace this decimal, this will be coming as 10 by 11 minus 1 by 1. So leave this 1 into the denominator, this into 100%, right? This will give you 10 minus 11 divided by 11, 10 minus 11 divided by 11 into 100%. This will give you minus 1 into the numerator, minus 1 by 11%. So you need to reduce the fuel consumption by 1 by 11%. You need to reduce because you can see the sign of minus over here, right? Unless and until you reduce the fuel consumption by 1 by 11%, you are not able to meet your expenses, right? You are not able to meet your expenses. So students, here, after the increase in fuel price by 10%, here you can see, as we have shown you, when the fuel price was increased by 10%, how we have solved, we have considered the initial cost, then final cost after increase in 10%, it will be 1.1x. Earlier, suppose y liter was consumed, then after the price hike, how much percentage, how much liter will be using, okay? Since let's say y liter was used earlier, then the cost will be x into y initially, that is total fuel consumed, and this is the rate per liter. So x into y will be the total cost initially. After the hike of 10% in the price of fuel, the new cost will be 1.1x, right? And into this new volume that need to be consumed. So first consider what is this new volume. When we equate it, we get the new volume as y by 1.1, which when y was the initial volume, right? Now the percentage change is final minus initial by initial into 100. So this will give you y by 1.1, that right? This is the final minus initial y by y into 100%. This will give you the final answer is minus 1 by 11%. This minus shows reduction, right? So 1 by your fuel consumption to be reduced by 1 by 11% to just meet your expenses. So our answer is 1 by 11%. This is the fuel consumption. Our fuel consumption need to be reduced by 1 by 11%, and this is the answer, students, right? So we can take more questions. We can see some objective also. Let us see some objective. So coming to the objective, this is a good question which is in front of me, right? The question is that 180% of what, this what need to be calculated. 180% of what divided by 2, this is further divided by 2, will give you the figure 504. This is the question to us. Okay. So unless and until you are having the concept of percentage, it's difficult to solve, but now you are having this concept, so now you can easily solve it. Let us see how. 180%, we have already explained what is this percentage. Whenever you see this sign percentage, just replace it with hundreds, that is 1 by 100, right? So 180%, that means this above LHS, this above LHS will be coming to us as 180 into this percentage. One will be 100, 1 by 100. So just write 1 by 100, right? Off is basically multiplication, isn't it? Tell me if I'm wrong or correct me, right? I think it's okay. This will be off is nothing but this multiplication of this question mark. Let this question mark as x. Let this question mark as x, right? And this whole divided by 2. So this divided by 2 can be converted into multiplication, and we can write it as 1 by 2, right? Now this is equal to our value which is into the RHS. So we'll compare it with RHS later on. First of all, solve this. So here you can see this 0 and 0 will be cancelled out. Now 2 into 10, 20. So 18x by 20 is your LHS, and this will be equal to the RHS, that is 504, which is our RHS. Now just solve it. The value of x is 504 into 20 by 18, right? 504 into 20 by 18. Just solve it. Here you can see from 2 9 times, and this is 2 10 9 9. From 9 504 will be divided, and this will be giving you, let me write it in another step, 504 by 9 into 10. This will give you 919 9545 54 9654. So this will give you the value of x as 56 into 10, right? So this will be giving you 560 as the value of x, and in this way we have solved this question. So students, such objectives are also coming into your examinations, into various competitive examinations, and also unless until you are having the basic concept of percentage, you are not able to solve it, right? So why not? You can do it now. Let's go through the entire session, right? Now 9, we have solved this, and the 4 options were given to us, okay? That is 400. Option A was 400. Option B was 480. Option C was 600. And what was option D? Tell me. Obviously, our option, that is 560. So which is the correct option? D. So, students, I think we are okay to continue. In the question, if an examination, in an examination, we are taking another question. In an examination, let us say, in the another question, in examination, in an exam, 65% of total examinees passed. 65% of what? Total students or total examinees who need to be examined, that means our students, is passed. This is the percentage of pass, right? If the number of failures is 420, oh, failure percentage is given to you. Failure of what? Teacher? No. Failure of the examinees only, because all the statement is given with reference to examinees. Okay, so the failure of examinees, or the failure percentage is given to you as, no, exactly the count is given as 420. I know this number is not good, but anyway, we need to take it, isn't it? Now, we need to find, if the failure count is 420, the total number of examinees, that means pass plus this 420, this value we need to calculate. This is the requirement, isn't it? Let me read out the question. In an examination, 65% of the total examinees passed. Here what we have written, 65% of total examinees is equal to pass. And if the number of failures, so failure is 420. The failure count is 420, you can see. Now what is the total? That means all the pass students and all the failure students, all count need to be added. This will give you the final count. Now, let us assume, let total students, or we can also say examinees, let it be X, right? If the total students is X, then you can see in examination 65% of total examinees pass. That means what is the percentage of failure students? Percentage of failure is definitely all the students, the total count will always be 100. The total percentage is always 100. We have already spoken many times. So the percentage of failure will be 100%, that is the total count, minus the pass percent, minus the pass percent. And what is the pass percent? It's 65, you can see here. So 100 minus 65, this will give you 100 minus 65, which is giving you 35%. Oh, only 35, sorry. So pass is known to you as 65. Now the failure is 35. So this is also good count. Many students failed. 35% of the total count. Oh, anyway, now percentage of failure is 35%. Percentage of failure, that is the fail percent, is 35%. 35% of what? 35% of what? Of the total, definitely of the total, and that is be x. 35% of x will be giving you the total count, isn't it? What is the total count? This 420 is the failure count. 420, this is given. Just put it over here and make a equation. 420, right? Now solve it. You'll get your answer. So this will be 35%. That means 35%. Whenever this 100, that means this percentage, that means hundredths. 1 by 100. 1 out of 100. Replace this percentage with 1 by 100 every time. This is the main key concept for percentage. 1 by 100. Of will be multiplied with what? X. This will be giving you the RHS, that is 420. Now the value of x can be calculated very easily. The value of x can be calculated. This is simple arithmetic calculation only. This will be giving you 420 multiplied with this 100 going into the RHS numerator, and this divided by 35, isn't it? 35 will be coming to the denominator of the RHS. So this will be the total count of students. This is simple arithmetic calculation, just solve it. So from 7, it will be divided, 35 will be divided in 5 times. 7 5 35, 7 6 42, 60. So from 5 will be dividing this 16 12 times 12. So this will be giving you 12 into 100. 12 into 100. Oh, 1200. Huge number of students sit into the examination. 1200. Right. So this is the correct answer, students, and we have 4 options with us. Option A was 500. Option B was Option A was 500. Option B was 1000. Option C was our option 1200, and option D was 1625. So which is the correct answer, students? Option number C, because we have already calculated the total number of students, 1200. So students, I think this is any doubt you can just put up into the chat box, we can discuss. But we have taken. So students, if you find it useful, you can just like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. Take care, and I will always say